Hi. Hello. How are we this Friday evening? Someone just followed right when we start. Hello, new friend. How are you? Happy Friday. Perfect timing. Fireworks as we're saying it. I hope everybody had a lovely holiday. I know I did. Lots of rest and lots of hanging out with family, with friends. Today, as I was too late to stream last night, whoops, today we will publicly say we are thankful for our friends, our families, our loved ones, the people who return love to us when even though sometimes we may not deserve it in our lives, we feel just to let us know no matter how bad things are, there is still someone out there, I assure you, that loves you. Isn't that beautiful? What a lovely world we live in when we all participate with love in our hearts. I won't keep the intro too long. I'm Opal, by the way, if you can't tell, of Lost Opal Tarot. We do tarot readings, Lenormand, Oracle, etc. Anything esoteric, really, to help us illuminate the path to the higher self. So, please, I invite you, have a seat, let's chat. I hope everybody had a lovely, lovely day. Hello, Kooky Shooky. How you doing? Thank you very much. I appreciate that. I am informed it is apparently a superpower. I wish only to use it for good. How was your holiday, if you celebrate? I hope well. We are very likely, I assume, who knows, maybe I'm crazy, but to me, at least in my little world, most people after the holiday, tonight is the night that they want to get out of the house. They don't want to be at home no more. So it could have been better. I'm sorry to hear it could have been better. I hope it was at least to some small degree good in some way. Not to minimize what you're saying, but I'm just thankful to even have anybody at all in my life to spend that time with. A lot of the people that I would like to spend that time with have moved on, and that's not to bring the mood down. It's just, I give thanks for the ones that not only came before them, but the ones that are here now. So, even on a bad day, I argue it's a good day. But that's just the optimist in me, I suppose. I appreciate you following before we walk in the door and you say, hi, here's a follow. Thank you very much. Would you like a reading, my friend? I was just planning on, honestly, I am embarrassingly behind on every one of these sets of questions is a spread, potentially, that I need to go through and figure out. I've had them, God, a minute now, as you can see. These were questions somebody asked, and I keep them generic enough, right? But what were they for, right? And do they serve the work in a way that should be documented? Sure, absolutely. Would you like it? It's nighttime where I'm at. I don't know what time it is for you, but let me get to them. I was introduced to a new spread that I really liked. Let me find it real quick. So, not that this is the one you need, but I at least wanted to share them. these come with the Ethereal Visions deck by Matt Hughes, and we may tap into these on the stream going forward to a degree. These are not my spreads, but I love them. However, just to give you an idea what the heck's going on here, in case you haven't been to a live reading with me before, on the screen here, I have just a whole mess of spreads. Okay, just stuff. But that said, I don't know what time of day it is for you, but I do offer just a daily vibe check. If it's morning time for you, I've got a coffee spread. If you're working on going to sleep anytime soon, I've got a pillow talk spread, right? Just to give you kind of a sense of how we work here. But I also think going forward, I'm going to do a lot of readings a little differently. We, as comes with the territory, I don't mean to complain by any means, but most people want a love reading that involves another person, and that's not really my forte. I don't enjoy doing that. Or they want information about the future. I can tell you, what's inviting you forward now, but as far as the absolute outcome, is a tad difficult, my dears. But I'm trying to meet everybody in the middle in some way that leaves us with, obviously, the whole fun of the future, hopefully, versus, the fortune telling, the unknown, the false hope and fear. Okay. We want to see what you should be focusing on. We do. I'm gonna steal this as well. I ran into these in this deck, and I honestly think this is perfect for you. Another one from Ethereal Visions. This is Matt Hughes design. But where are you putting too much time and effort? Where are we not spending enough time? And a final card to get the balance between the two. Now, this is set up for a 7-card spread, which is rather large. I would suggest, just to keep things light and focused for you, how about just 3 cards? So it will be 1, 2, and then in the middle, 3. The way we bring balance to both of those things versus, the heavy deep dive that may uncover some things we don't necessarily want to talk about on a live stream. Thoughts, Kooky, Shooky. I don't know why I called you Shooky. It's definitely shook with a Y at the end. Okay, let's do 3 cards. What deck do we use to start the day? Why don't we use the deck that this spread comes from? Big duh. Wouldn't that make the most logical sense? I think so. So, in case you haven't seen it before, not that this lighting does it any here, Jesus. How about we use, the nice camera? Oh, this was our bottom card. Kooky. That has nothing to do with your spread, but it is often a method I use to get the initial part of your reading. So, I tell you this, not to make you panic, but the devil is a card to let us know we are effectively, we are being presented with a contract, okay? A choice, right? And it might be a very enticing choice. Now, that could be something as simple as, laziness. That one I believe we can all identify with on some degree. You know, the sloth, if you want to look at it from a biblical, quote-unquote, sin perspective. Could be something as simple as that, but kind of funny to me. Here we are talking about a balance spread. Okay? And we're looking for, how do we sign this contract, apparently, and get an outcome that appeases all parties? Let's find out, shall we? I just let you to see over here. I don't mess with the outcome of the cards. I'm not a card mechanic, okay? If you like this deck, 'tis this one. That's the book. Sorry. Here's the box. You might think overly ornate means expensive. This is like a $22 deck, I think, shipped with tax, at least for me. If you like it, I highly recommend it. It has a weird quirk of having 80 cards instead of the traditional 78. It adds 2 cards, one named The Well and another named The Artist. And I believe they are very fitting additions. So, your final shuffle, your final cut. Remember, we stagger these, 2 on the outsides, 1 on the middle. Your first card, Heartbreak Reversed, the 3 of Swords reversed, and then a new beginning, a new opportunity in matters of the soul's fire or creation with that wand you own. 2 things. Interesting. So this is where we have been spending too much time, and this is where we spend not enough time. Your card in the middle to reconcile both. The King of Swords. Let us discuss. So, your first card. The 3 of Swords. I almost said hearts. The 3 of Swords reversed. Okay? I gotta move this around a tad so you can actually see everything on it, I think. My current lighting setup does not do this deck any favors, but it is gorgeous. I wish you could see it on this, but you know, this camera is poopy. How about really angled? How about really angled this way? How about this way? How about that way? You get the idea. Our second card, the Ace of Wands. So, both of these, as far as I'm concerned, relate to the soul's fire, that passion within. The way we reconcile the two, meaning how do we find balance once again through these 2 parts of our lives, which I argue are joined. This reading kind of cheated on us because I feel it wants to talk about one specific thing, but ironically, it affects multiple areas, as oftentimes things do when things like this come up. Okay? So, let's get this over my head. Yes, beautiful. All right. As I stated, heartbreak, reverse. I don't know if you've recently been through something that has traumatized the heart, the emotions, but they are heavy on the mind. We have been devoting too much time to getting over this heartbreak, it would appear. Whatever this was, the ending of a relationship, a job loss, a friend doesn't want to talk to us this week, whatever that might be. I am truly sorry for it, but the path for you is not to remain this way forever. Swords are of the mind, but you'll notice they pierce the heart. Now what is your next card where we have not been spending enough time? 'Tis the Ace of Wands. I leave the notes up for you so you may read them if you would like to. The Ace of Wands. This is literally beginning of a new path in the soul's fire. We have not been devoting enough time to discovering what else we can do with this wand. We made it through the path of wands once, I argue, perhaps meaning the ace through the 10, but now we are back again at the beginning. So what would you like to do with it this time? What lessons did we learn the last time around? Okay? Think about what I'm asking you here. We learned something, I know we did. It may not feel like it, but what was it? And how do we apply it to help us in the now? Who's our ally in this? My dear, you are your best ally. Okay? I know this says king, but king or queen, tarot does not care your gender, neither do I. This is just the energy. Okay? In tarot, the king, this is the person that effectively is the master of the mind. Period. Okay? They are the air suit, the mind. So, you can effectively look at this as the air of air in a way. Right? The airiest, the brainiest of brains. So you already know the information you need to balance things out. Why are we not using the sword? Using the mind in new creative ways to seek out ways that instead of make us wonder about what might have been, or where, who did what with who. It's over, right? You know the most important thing you need to know from what you're telling me here. Hello, little newt 4, it sure is. I don't know where you would be seeing lag from. I have no dropped frames and work transmitted at about a little over 10,000 kbps, as we should be. So, sorry, but kooky, shooky. Truly, become the master of the mind once more. I don't know if we have just been dodging some truths, right? Some things that we know, but we just don't want to hear. Well, perhaps it's time we look ourselves in the mirror and face them, but allow ourselves to move on. You got a brand new wand waiting for you right there, right over there. What do you want to do with it? And like I say, wand, soul's fire, the spark of literally you, your passions. Something to think about. All rhetorical questions you need not answer here, but I believe you know exactly what I speak of. Let me know if you have any questions. It may be beneficial for me to read this to you. The King of Swords is himself a symbol of the fully developed mind. The king must be vigilant, lest his mental structure calcify into narrow-mindedness. He must strive to maintain the pages, okay, that is to say the name or the knave, the prince, the beginning of the court, okay? The page's childlike curiosity and mental flexibility. The king could be a scientist, someone who changes the world by studying it, analyzing it, and reaching new conclusions about it. Okay? We already know what we have to know. Now what do you want to do with it, my love? And truly the answer is whatever the fuck you want. I think that's beautiful. So wave your wand. Do your thing. Alrighty, Cookie. Shooky. Don't know why I want to call you Shooky, but I sure do. That comes 1, 2, 3. Cool. Sometimes I will reverse cards before I return them to the deck. There's nothing to reverse here. Not a thing. Hello, little Newt. Sorry, we were in the middle of a reading. Let me read what you got going on here. We may as well leave that there. I get the feeling we'll be using it again. Like I say, nothing for me to reverse here, as far as I'm concerned. Not a thing. So. No worries, little Newt. Sometimes Wi-Fi sucks, you know, and sometimes it is me, but weirdly, recently, we have not experienced too many drop frames, very little. I'm thankful for it. Yesterday and today, sorry to hear. Yes, indeed, sounds like you're going through a lot. Okay, I'm sorry to hear that, little Newt. What are you doing to protect yourself in this situation? I just want to remind you that this is a live stream. Everything you're saying is public information, so don't say anything overly personal, I would recommend. Truly sorry you're going through that, though. Not fun. I have not personally experienced that, but to a small degree myself, but a very small degree. Some people just will not accept no for an answer, you know? Fascinating and terrifying. Oh. Yes, indeed. I am hopeful if you are actually being stalked actively, you are involving the local authorities. Hi, King Lastly. We're doing all right. How are you, my friend? We wait patiently. I have a bunch of potential spreads I might throw in the library tonight. I keep meaning to do it when I'm not streaming, but, you know, life, stuff. I don't know, Newt. I'm happy to hear that, King Lastly. We have an emoji just for that, in fact. Stay safe. We're just shuffling stuff up for now. Well, I don't know, Lil Newt, as you were involved in something rather serious, I hope. We are not going to attempt to use divination to answer very serious life questions. If you feel you are being stalked and are in danger, please contact your local authorities. Make yourself safe wherever possible. Okay? I will warn you now, the last time to get a reading, especially from someone such as myself, is when we are in a state of emotional or mental distress. Okay? So, if you did come here looking for a reading regarding that stuff, the best I can give you is going to be the energy around your question and the energy inviting you forward. But I almost assure you it will tell you the exact same things I have already said. I am sorry you were going through a lot. King, lastly, what kind of reading would you like? A general. Just a fair warning, generals may not go the way you intend, for I have no idea what they will speak about. So, please confirm that you are alright with that, for I will just be doing a reading of my choice. But if you leave it to me, I'm going to give you what the mind, body, and soul desire. 3 cards. Well, I've been sitting here shuffling this guy off the camera, which is silly. The whole point is so that you can see I am no card mechanic. So, here's a couple more for you. Why not? What does the mind, body, and soul need today? Tonight, today, tomorrow, today. Whatever it is. I know for some people that come through, just due to the time zone difference, it's already tomorrow. For me, it's still today. What does the mind need? What does the body need? What does the soul need? We get the Wheel of Fortune reversed, the Queen of Cups, and the Hanged Man. This tells me we are not quite finished yet. You get one very interesting card to me, which we will discuss. Alright. This reading is for King Lastly. Is my head's over here. Cool. Trying to figure out where cards can live and cannot, so you can still see stuff. Someday I'll get it through my head. What I see on my monitor here is not all the stuff that is here, you know? So, this is the wheel reversed. I like to just call this card Life. Okay? Now, you may take this, and it's obviously vastly exaggerated form, life reversed, but clearly this is not telling you drop dead. This is telling you it may be time in a couple ways. Maybe time to let our hands off the wheel of life, to just let life be life, truly. Okay? Or also, just slow down. To me, this represents that I understand what you said earlier. You're trying to step out of this mental loop. This disagrees. This is you still in it. I would just like to point you at something that, truly not trying to call you out by any means, but my guides, this is what they see. We ain't done yet, but I would just like to point one thing out to you. As far as I am concerned, King Lastly, the moment any master claims mastery, whether they be it or not, they have lost that mastery. kind of like reaching the state of nirvana. When you're in it, it does not require effort or thought or anything. You are just in it. We don't announce to the world that I have made a change and I am this way, I am this thing, right? Not that that's what you did. This is just warning you of that. We may be a little less far on the path than we think. Okay? That's all. Don't you just yet think we've made it. Okay? But at the same time, this is to me, comes to you in a few different ways. So this is one, just a general comment, not saying you're doing anything wrong, just a reminder to keep your eyes on the prize. This thing is rather shaped like the bullseye, is it not? Are we sure we're seeing the numbers upright where we're throwing our darts, or are they still backward? Okay, hi Carrot Cake, how are you? This is what the mind needs today. So again, to me, the final answer for this one, rest. Truly rest. No more spinning our wheels. Not that they're just spinning, but sometimes we're just progressing to progress, but to what end? Right? It is not the destination, but the journey. Truly. The journey is the part where we obtain wisdom. Now then, your next cards. What does the body need? Mind, body, okay? Queen of Cups. So, this one, we need to truly reestablish our relationship with our emotions, my dear. This typically would be someone who is a little overly emotional, right? Their passions just overwhelm them. They're just so empathetic, but it's to a detriment. Okay? Sure, Carrot Cake. Hello, Seiko945. How are you? So, we must reconnect with our own emotions, truly. Stare into the cup, understand what is in there, your vessel, your cup. Perhaps we can throw this cup's contents out and refill it with our own self-love, self-worth, our own trials, tribulations that we may then feel our own emotions about. You know? Truly own our own cup. Okay? You're absolutely Seiko. We are in the middle of a reading for King Lastly. Thank you for joining. I was just about to say. Anybody in YouTube, I apologize. The join command does not work on YouTube. You will just have to let me know if you want a reading, and we can. I'll be getting to you as soon as I can. Okay. King Lastly, your Lastly card. I think you get the point of this. I'm not gonna. You know exactly what I'm talking about. We don't need to talk about it more. Your final card. What does the soul need? Well, this is the card of the martyr. I want you to take note that they are hanged upside down. This is in reference to if you read or read the Bible or have any biblical context, Jesus was crucified upright on a cross. Okay? Well, his disciples did not view themselves as being as a high enough worth to be crucified upright as their Lord was. Okay? Their Messiah. So they chose to be crucified upside down, hung upside down effectively. Like this. The thing that they did not consider, instead of following in their Messiah's footsteps, just doing a normal crucifixion. By this they have made themselves unique. Now it is their sacrifice, not the one of the Son of God, or however you may wish to view that, but no matter what biblical context, it applies the same. Imagine a deity does this thing and expects you to worship them in some way, to honor them, and you go against it for self. This is the martyr. Remember, we were talking about someone who's perhaps too empathetic, to a detriment, to a fault. Well, this is being called out by the very soul itself. You were being asked to please stop stepping in front of every argument, of every fight, of every challenge presented to you as if it were your own when it's not. That is called borrowed trouble. It may seem righteous, noble, but it more so just hurts. Who is left to deal with it at the end? Only you. Everybody else, since you have taken that trouble from them, they no longer own it. You do. But you are the last that will get any release from it. Has anybody else that has given you that trouble? They have found their release. You have taken it from them in some way, to some small degree. Truly noble, but does it serve you? Just a reminder that the healer must heal, but make sure you are healing others rather than just damaging self. Okay? Let me know if you have any questions. This is why I warn against the generals. Yes. 'Tis why we must have our ethics, our boundaries. Okay? If you have questions, please let me know. There's nothing to reverse here. Just a gentle reminder to you. I'm not trying to tell you you're doing anything wrong, but I will tell you, it appears you're not being very nice to yourself. Why? Please stop hurting my friend. You know, the one that lives in your mirror? Hi. Hey. There's no need for that. Alright? Be easy. Flow like water. Please. But all of that to tell you, keep going. The bravery it takes to ask a person like me and face a reading like that is tremendous. So commend yourself. Rather than taking something from someone else to have to use to process yourself and balance yourself and deal with, solve yourself, well, take that. Only this time it comes in a compliment, so you have nothing to do with it to hurt yourself with. I called you brave, and I stand by it. So take that. Thank you very much for letting me do that reading for you. I appreciate it. You honor me, truly. I know I say it a lot here, but I will say it again and again, and I mean it every damn time. 'Tis my honor to be here to help others. If I can bring even a little bit of insight to someone's life, I am thankful for it. I dare not step away from it. What kind of selfish fool would I be to do so, you know? Hello. Jesus. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate that very much. So, Seiko, I appreciate you waiting patiently with us. That was well, they're all, to a degree, heavy reads. It appears my cards will not even allow me to just do, you know, the mundane read. Yes, little Newt, you may. However, just a reminder, I need to stress dramatically with you. You were just unloading in chat earlier. The time to get a reading is not when we are in a state of emotional or mental distress, and you appear to be under a lot of stress. You would like to know why this person, so we got ghosted, it would appear. So, Seiko, readings here work a tad differently than what you find on your stereotypical YouTube, Twitch, whatever reader. I do not pierce the minds and hearts of others here, so I cannot tell you a reason from this person, for the only reason that you will get that is properly formed will come from them. However, I fear you've already gotten your answer on this. We know what we need to know now. The real question I have is, why does this person have the keys to your heart? Why is it not you? Okay? So I would like to instead invite us to ask, what is the energy surrounding this situation, this ghosting that you have gone through? What is the energy inviting you forward from it? Okay? Your final shuffle and cut. 2 cards. This is the second time the wheel has come to us in a reading in a row. Mind you, the same deck, but now reversed. Sometimes they're just unavoidable. Okay? So, let's talk about this. You literally receive the card of walking away, and truly, for you, just live. In short, this calls out that you are blocked in this current energy from just truly walk away from the scenario. You know exactly what you need to know. Right? I mean, barring some extreme circumstance, would you continue to talk to this person even after this? Let's say they come back in, a week. I was just busy. Are you sure that's why you want to spend your time gardening? Right? Does this serve you in any way anymore? Nah. Not at all. Right? At least from my perspective. Is that heartbreaking? Yeah, of course, absolutely. You tried to plant a seed and it fizzled. Of course that doesn't feel good. What are we doing about it? Are we going to stay in this garden that doesn't grow? And look at what? Dirt? An empty plowed plot? No fertilizer lives there? It's literally a desert. Why do you want to stay there? Unless you're crazy like me and live in Arizona. Even we've got fake grass here where you planted a seed. I'm sorry, but there ain't nothing there, according to what you're telling me at least. Why do we remain there? I'm hopeful in the allegorical sense we can pack our little stack of books we brought along to read, to teach, to learn, whatever, and walk away. This is here to tell us, though, we're not done with this yet. Okay? I'm not telling you that you have to do that right this very instance. It's no command to you, but for your own sake, I would highly recommend it. Just a reminder, on the Path of Cups, you were at the 8 but blocked. You know what the next card is in the Path of Cups? Check this out. The very enrichment of your life. The ability to sit happily with your cups. Your cups that you filled because you chose to. Okay? You're at the 8 right now. You're blocking a key step. This blockage is so you can grow. This is not a failure. This is not the end of you. Just a block. You know what invites you forward? The wheel. Your life. All you gotta do is step on the wheel and turn it. Alright? This is what we're supposed to be doing. Living. In the now. Not what might have been, what happened before. Fuck it. Big deep breath. And release it. Okay? Please find a way to truly be alright and at ease. Delete this person's phone number. Just they clearly have demonstrated what they're gonna do. What are you gonna do? And I don't mean that as like some kind of weird threat. I mean like truly, it is your time to now live. What are you gonna do? What do you want to do? What are you gonna do? Zico. What would you like to now do with your time? Okay. Rhetorical question. Excellent decision, Zico. That's what I would do too. Recenter, my love. If you do any sort of meditation, I would highly recommend it. If you are new to the channel, we have a Discord server. I have I think, let me double check, but if I have not already shared it, I will. But this is my 60-second. Okay. Grounding. Just really easy meditation. Let me make sure I've actually shared this first. One moment, please. If you would like it, you are welcome to go to the Discord. Join the meditation room. Yeah, it's already in there. Sick. But you got a minute to spare, right? I'm hopeful we all do. But 1 minute, you can do this sitting at a desk. Now I will submit longer periods of time are far more beneficial, but just 1 minute out of the day. Just a suggestion. If you do any sort of crystal work, incorporate that into here. Let me know if you have any questions. One of these days, very soon, on the stream, I will be guiding you through this whole thing. Just wait. You'll see. You will see soon, soon, soon. Another couple weeks, I think. Our music volume varies so wildly. Hello, Queen of Misfit. How are you? I like this song. Trying to get something working over here, but it just does not want to work. Not one bit. Okay. Yeah. Oh, I'm glad you're okay. Well, I'm alright too. Thanksgiving was cool. I have no real complaints there whatsoever. Got to see people I love dearly. Let me put our cards back. Oh, but admittedly, the last 2 days I have been exhausted. Not enough sleep in the world to catch up, it would seem. Okay. So, Queen of Misfit, what kind of reading can I do for you? Just a general? What'd you have in mind? Anything in particular? We just did this one a minute ago. Depends. What kind of love reading, my dear? Because my love readings are more so focused on the self. We don't use them to predict outcomes. I can tell you potentials all day, but we do not do false hope or fear here. Okay, if you leave it to me, I would be more than happy to do this one. Otherwise, you're gonna get my favorite one, which is self-love. But I can just feel it in my heart. You would like something more like this. What positive energy am I currently sending out in matters of love? What type of partner aligns with that energy? What step can I take to align with my next real relationship? Hell yeah. Why don't I, where's the dot? I forgot a period. As is oft I do. Something to love about you. Where can you be more patient with yourself? Where can you be kinder to yourself? Two different things. All right? What energies can you draw from to help encourage this self-love? We're going to use the Ethereal Visions deck by Matt Hughes. Just a couple shoves. I hope everybody had an excellent Thanksgiving, if you celebrate. It is a bit of a strange holiday for me as a white American male to celebrate, in my opinion. But I'll let you figure out why it is I feel that way. However, in today's modern times, it's just a day to be thankful, like any other day. 1, 2, 3, 4. So, we get I'll make sure I see this right. Hello, Bigan Kumardra. I have no idea how to say your name. I'm sorry. Hello, Anna. I appreciate it, Anna. Me too. I'm sure it will. 3 of Pentacles. This comes to us reversed. Oh. Well, please do allow me to interpret what they mean first, before you just see a reversal and fear the worst. This is our Page of Swords, reversed. The 9 of Wands, reversed. Okay. This I'm going to imagine is the one that you're immediately going you to. And finally the King of Wands, reversed. Okay. So, let us discuss. Because these wands don't mean what you think they mean. Almost guarantee it. 3 Pentacles and Page Sword. Yes, this makes sense. We have 1, 2, 3, and 4. Hello, Bikan Kumar Das. Well, they only speak what we must know, and I remind you, you did leave it up to us. Your first card, growth, but blocked. Why? I think we already know this, but why would this be a good thing? Okay. Well, Beacon, yes, we are in the middle of a reading right now. I appreciate your patience. We are doing a reading for Queen of Misfit. Growth reversed. Blocked. Okay? This tells me not that you are incapable of growth. Quite simply put, you are very stubborn. Extremely. This should be a number of collaboration. Joy, okay, is the 3 in numerology as well as the suits. Now then, why would we block a thing like growth? Well, this is just to point out we don't need nobody. Not a damn soul. This is our can-do attitude, but sometimes the thing that gets in our way, I would imagine. Okay. The work is never done, and I will be the one to get it done type of attitude. So honestly, you're a little, Sasami Kaye character on fire is very fitting. I would like to point out you chose an emoji that is red. And look at how much red is on your spread. The soul's fire. Yeah, you picked that, okay? Just throwing it. Oh, I know who it is, yes. I'm not sure what I'm allowed to and not allowed to say just yet, you know? So, but, truly, no matter, again, to a detriment, I would argue, and I think you know, this is just you pushing through no matter what, which is badass, but, can we maybe sometimes accept the help and love of others? Let others lift us up too? They do have things we might want to know and learn and utilize sometimes, right? Just a thought. Now, to me, the most hilarious part about this, your next card, just a reminder where we can be patient and then kinder to ourselves. I think you will like this. Our Page of Swords. Look at the way that this person, this figure on the card, holds their sword, but what direction are they looking versus where they are holding their sword? They truly don't know where exactly to even look at. This is someone who, regardless of not knowing the path, we're gonna find one. Well, you were being invited to go ahead and let's just get our bearings for a sec here, okay? Just have a seat. Let's think as real hard and long as possible before we act. Okay? Ties directly into what we were just talking about, no? This will all make so much more sense in the end, I promise you, but I think you get what we're trying to say here, yes? We don't even have a horse in the race yet, and you want to participate in the race, meaning we don't have all the info perhaps we need. We might think we do, but are we really sure about this cut with this sword? Is it the right one? Is today the right day and time to FAFO? Maybe, but can we take a pause, right? Which leads me to our next card, where you can be kinder to yourself, where I assume was your first inclination of, oh no, it's reversed. Why? Let me tell you why you can be kinder to yourself by simply reminding yourself and your very soul itself, sometimes it's all right to set the wand down and just have your ass kicked. You've already been through the ass kicking. What are we still holding the sword, the wand, any tool for? Just breathe. Chill. truly. I don't mean just do whatever other thing we can to take our minds and hearts off the other stuff. But when do you just allow yourself a bubble bath? No thoughts, no feeling, no nothing. Truly just you and breathing. That's it. If you haven't showered yet today is the time to make an offering to the temple of self, the temple of you. Before we get into that shower, that bath, okay? Yeah. So, in the Discord, Queen of Misfit, please go to the meditation channel. There is a 60-second grounding rite that I have provided for you. Use it. Even if you don't make it 10 seconds in, try. You might like it, but next time you shower, bathe, whatever, try to set that intention of just letting go. One of my favorite quotes from Fight Club. Try to find the ability to let that which does not truly matter slide. Okay? I know, sweetheart, but God, you've got to know that this comes from a place of love. Not only from the deck, but me. I'll show you why I make that statement when we finish with your final card. Okay? The energies you can draw from. The King of Wands reversed. This is someone who is so charismatic. Okay? They're so full of that soul's fire. They burn brightly in matters of passion. Okay? But this can also be someone in the past who was a little too playful. A little too, let the chips fall where they may. We're a creator. Fuck it. Well, in your current state, I argue this is your energy. The ruler of the kingdom of the soul's fire, but reversed. Now I say this, what can we draw from? And I say what I've been telling you, all of this. At the very end, there's a second message here. My decks know how I operate, because I know for a fact this ain't the real you, this last card right here. This blockage. I'm going to read this to you. I feel it is important, okay? The King of Wands makes a difference in the world. He, they, whatever, does whatever is necessary to change his environment and to what he thinks it should be, and this includes winning over others to his vision so they can help bring his ideals into reality. Now, I said this ain't you in its current form, you remember? This is you. This is you. This is you. This is you. Proper. The entire spread. Through collaboration, we can step out into the world with fresh thoughts, openness for new ideas, to have our ass kicked and still be standing through it, so we may properly rule the kingdom, my dear. This is the real you. Okay? I would just like to point out that the 4 in tarot is structure, the 4 pillars, the 4 walls. So I apologize if you feel like you're getting reprimanded by your dad in any capacity. I'm just here to remind you of who you really are. That's all. It sits on the screen before you as well as in the mirror you stare into. Be that person. That's who we all know and love. right? I reverse every single one of your cards. Every one of them. They still go back the way they came to us, but those go into now, just for a brief moment. You're gonna get some rose quartz, some selenite, and some jasper. That's promoting self-love and outward love from the rose quartz, realignment with the self and the selenite, and finally the red jasper to ground ourselves. I'm gonna leave that for just a moment before I release that kraken unto you to deal with as best or however you choose to. I believe your spread somewhat says exactly how you will take all of these things, but I hope you take them and run with them in a more positive direction. 'Tis all I will say about that, because truly, none of my damn business, is it? You do whatever the hell you feel is right and makes you happy. And that is all I will ever ask for you. Okay, those belong to you, not to me. There you go. Hey, thank you for letting me read you. Big hug. Beacon. So, I'm hopeful you were listening while we were talking about love, or in general, ethics here. The correct person to ask if your ex-girlfriend will reconcile with you is your ex-girlfriend, rather than the cards. In the interest of still giving you a read, though, I will pull 2 cards. The energy surrounding your situation regarding this question of reconciliation, and the energy inviting you forward from it. Okay? I do not like to provide people, nor will I, with false hope or false fear. That is why we don't mess with the future and not tell you what the winning lotto numbers are. Even if I could, I wouldn't, because I would use them myself, right? And even then, do you really want that responsibility, you know? So, my dear, the cards wish to inform me to tell you we need to listen to our intuition, and I believe you already know what your intuition has told you. But the energy leading you forward is a new emotional beginning, blocked. Okay? There is no new cup to be had here. The High Priestess, again, that inner knowing, you know in your heart of hearts already what the answer in this question is. Now I need you to say what it is to yourself aloud. So you can flip your cup upright and fill it anew. Move on, my dear. Let me know if you have questions. I unfortunately can reverse none of this for you, for that is your cup to fill with your own self-love to begin with, rather than being concerned with someone else that has already left coming back to fill the cup. Thank you, Queen of Misfit. I appreciate you. I do not perform a reading on anybody without their permission. I guess at least to a degree. If someone comes in here and we're just chit-chatting, I may do a quick, a rune, a Lenormand or whatever, but I'm just kind of assuming if you made it here. I'm not asking any questions about you, not even prying, just saying, What do my guides see? What's something maybe they want to say that you might have to hear or want to hear or need to? But otherwise, I am the type. Con permiso, por favor. With permission, please. Sorry, Beacon. Sure, Alicia. I appreciate you subscribing. Just for anybody that makes it here in the future or might be listening now, you are not required to like or subscribe or follow or even donate whatsoever. You do so because you want to. That is not a requirement to get a reading from me. I just need you to have an open heart and open mind, please. That's all. Yeah, sorry, Beacon. Big part of the reason I'm not a big fan of love readings, that right there. Even when asking about energies, there's your answer. Unavoidable. Just remember that this applies to the now. Now you have this information. What do you choose to do with it? To let it empower you? Or do we let it deepen the emotional, unfortunately, pit rather than the well? I am hopeful you will use this as an opportunity to rebuild the self. Like I said, build the cup anew, but start with you first, not someone else. Very important, that bit. Ah, Alicia. So, you apparently just missed the reading that we just did. So, love readings work a little differently here. We do not pierce the minds and hearts of others. I cannot tell you the future. I will not fill you with false hope or fear. That said, I am happy to ask what energy surrounds your question regarding, again, this reconciliation, this reunion you speak of, and what energy invites you forward. Okay. Two cards. Hi, Robin. The energy surrounding this scenario is the King of Swords. Okay, King, whether you are male or female, does not matter here, but this is another one. I feel it appropriate to read this to you. As well, we get the Queen of Pentacles. Does not matter. Not to be rude, but just to simply point out, these are only archetypes. So I know it says king, and you may be a queen, a female, or whatever it is you identify as. This is just the energy. Modern tarot has us somewhat limited to modern standards where, you know, the fatherly, the motherly, only mothers can be nurturing, right? Only fathers can be authoritative, whatever's wrong. Doesn't work that way here. Not in tarot, not in my mind, not in the world as far as I'm concerned. So, please ignore that it says king, but keep in mind that it's just the energy. So, while you are female, this speaks directly to this other person who literally rules your mind. That is all I truly need to say about this card. Swords are of the mind. Okay? So, This person is the current energy. That's all. I don't even get you from it. Thank you for the follow, Alexander. I hope that sinks in with you. Truly, the energy, what we get, is theirs from you. Think about that. We are so focused on this, I don't even get a reading for you. Okay? I really, really want to impress that on you. I will read it to you. The King of Swords is himself a symbol of the fully developed mind. The king must be vigilant, lest his mental structure calcify into narrow-mindedness. He must strive to maintain the page's childlike curiosity and mental flexibility. The king could be a scientist, someone who changes the world by studying it, analyzing it, and reaching new conclusions about it. However, I say again, this card for your reading has nothing to do with you. This card represents the person you asked me about. They literally rule your energy right now. I really need you to understand this. Think about that. In what context does that make sense in terms of a lover, ever? We're not talking about your child, someone whom your universe truly does revolve around, truly. I'm talking about someone you have actively chosen. They don't rule the world. They just occupy it with you. They rule with you, in tandem, side by side. Two cups clink. They create a third. They don't become a single cup. It is a blend of metals. Understand? I really wish to get this across to you. Yes, sorry, we have to constantly fight with the music. Some songs are louder than others. It should be better now. I hope. Very annoying, trust me. Okay, cool. We should live in like negative 35, negative 30 dB. So Alicia, I hope you're catching what I'm trying to tell you here. This person is what I get when I ask about your energy. We must take the self back, truly. Put this away, far away. For the energy leading you forward is the nurturing mother energy, but reversed. This is you. Alicia, as I was saying before, sorry you couldn't hear me very well. I cannot answer if you're going to have a reunion or not. I asked about the energy surrounding your question and the energy inviting you forward. The first card, King of Swords, has nothing to do with you. It has to do with this person you're asking about. This is the card of obsession in this case, to be completely frank with you. Why? If we continue on that path, this is where the result of that. You, Queen of Pentacles, okay, a nurturing, mother-like, damn near Gaia-like energy, reversed and blocked. So I'm not here to tell you if you will have a reunion or not. I'm here to tell you this obsession with this person is not healthy nor helping you. I would not recommend. No. You are not hearing me, my dear. And sadly, I believe you're hearing what you want to hear. I'm going to say this one last time. your first card, the energy surrounding your question, the thing you are obsessed with is this person. Get that, please, first. I cannot even get an initial energy read of you. That is how much this person has occupied your mind, your heart, your very soul. You must undo that immediately. The energy inviting you forward from that. This is you reversed. The nurturing, loving, caring, life-filled mother reversed. Should you continue down this path, this is what comes of that. Okay? In short, stop thinking about a reunion with this person. Stop focusing on them at all. Focus on you, please. Truly. Truly, this is doing you no favors. So no, I cannot tell you if there will be a reunion. If you want my personal opinion from what I just read, I wouldn't recommend one. You are very welcome. I wish you the best of luck, truly. Alexander Konkzak? Not sure if I even got that remotely right. You are next, my dear. Hopefully our music isn't too loud now. I do have a rather interesting and sometimes annoying, in terms of at least sound control, voice. The music wants to party, but we're trying to talk about stuff, you know? Alexander, if you're still here, let me know, my dear. Otherwise, hi everybody on a Friday night. For me at least. How are you? Ah, no problem. You're not the only one it would seem this evening. I was just asking you, you're up for a reading, Alexander Konkzak? Let me know what you would like. Hello, Alicia. Aisha Sharif, excuse me. So, the same applies to anybody here for a love reading. I will not be able, even willing to, tell you anybody else's thoughts or feelings about you. That is false hope or fear. The correct person to ask these questions is that person. What I am willing to do, 2 cards, same as before. The energy surrounding your question and the energy inviting you forward. These are questions about you, in case that is unclear. Some resistance. Some stuff wants to be other places, it would seem. Two cards. So, the energy surrounding this. The Emperor reversed as well. The Five of Cups reversed. So, the Emperor, the ruler of the entire kingdom. Aisha, just so we're clear, this is a reading for Alexander and Twitch at the moment. So, this would be the loving, ruling, very sure of themselves Emperor of an entire kingdom. That's multiple domains under their control. It is reversed. This is blocked. So as far as vibe, to me, the kingdom is on its head right now. Cannot say why. The energy inviting you forward. The Five of Cups. This effectively is, I want you to take note here. Upright, we see our 3 spilled cups. That's what we're staring at. We wear a cloak of all black as if we are at a funeral. All is lost. We fail to notice the 2 cups behind us. We have still within ourselves and other places, friends, family, love, support. 2 cups still stand, but we are focused on this. Your cup, their cup, what could have been cup. This is blocked. It would appear we are not accepting these facts at this moment. We are refusing to see, truly, the spillage, even though we may be aware of it in this moment. For I find people in happy relationships do not typically end up speaking to someone such as myself. I will not touch more on this. I think you know exactly what I'm speaking about. So I say again to you, the correct person to ask on a status update regarding your relationship is that person, not divination ever. For truly piercing the mind and heart of anyone else, that is called spying. Unethical, no? I think so. 'Tis why I will not do it. I hope you can figure out what that is about, but more so I encourage you, speak with this person. Aisha, are you still with us? Let me know. Otherwise, Robin, you are up next if you're still with us. Hi. I love it. You have the no sound icon, and yet somehow you hear me. You have magic powers. It's okay. It made me giggle more than anything. See, if we were a high energy streamer, which not that we're not, just in a completely different way, Not a lot of screaming, yelling from me, ever, you know? But if I were a much louder individual in our space or in general, I would absolutely be screaming at the screen. I would be writing you little messages on index cards, right? Maybe MS Paint. It's your turn for a reading, my dear. Do you have something in mind? Oh, look at that. How helpful. Ready for more fireworks? So, just fair warning, Robin. In times of emotional turmoil, okay, even just unsteadiness, not always the best time to get a reading. I warn you now of this because we may not like what the cards have to say, but I do have a 3 card in mind I would be happy to do for you. Where we have been focusing too much time, where we have been focusing too little, and how we bring them into balance with one another. 3 cards. Okay. We will use the Ethereal Visions deck for this one, because that is where, truly, there's a large version of that spread, but 7 cards is not so stream friendly in my opinion. So rather than giving you a whole bunch of excess, let's focus on some specifics. Shall we? Listen to our song. Matches the stuff you're going through, I'd say pretty well. Chaos. That happens on this channel a lot. Let's see what we can do to restore some order. 3 cards. Okay. We receive the 10 of Cups reversed, the 5 of Swords reversed, and the 9 of Swords upright. Swords, please. And wand, yes. So, at the moment, come on, sweetie. Remember, 1, 2, 3, 2, 3. Your first card, the 10 of Wands, reversed. So, this is us blocked from the return to the city with all we have learned, accepting what is what is, and that we can start over and do it better with what we've learned. We're not in the walk back to town part. We're still in the fucking around with 10 wands part. Meaning, we're still living in this personalized hell. Still using these wands, but what was there to be created with them has already been. 'Tis the end of the path. When are we going to collect ourselves, return to the city, and start the path again. The path being this case of wands, the soul's fire. Your very passions, your spark, the thing that makes you you. When are we gonna go back to self and start again? This is where we have been spending too much time. Staring at what could have been, what went wrong, etc. You know. Or have we not been spending enough time? This is quite literally defeat, but reversed. We do not accept this defeat. This is both within the soul's fire and now the mind. They are at odds with one another. I argue they feed into one another. And it would appear by this that that river is ever flowing. Okay? So Robin Rakin, you are being asked in order to balance these. I call this card the Waking Nightmare. Accept, number one, that yes, you have been through a nightmare, but number two, the important bit, you were walking in it by still doing this. It's no longer just a dream turned vile. This seeps into every day. So I invite you to wake up from said nightmare. Remember who you are, what you're capable of, what your journey has taught you, and now remember to apply it. Okay? For you, we must reverse all of these things. You are ready to start over on this path, to accept self, to accept whatever has happened previously. You are ready to own your own thoughts and just stand proud, even in defeat. Pick up the pieces, start again, both in the mind and the very soul. So we may turn this nightmare, we literally walk in, back into the dream, the pleasant kind. When we reverse this card, where do the swords hang? You'll notice there's but a pit of black. That would represent what? A wall to you, or perhaps a void? If we reverse this, these swords have nowhere to go but down and fall where they belong, the nothingness from whence they came. I cannot sit here rightly and return this to you any other way than completely reversed. Just so you can see the cards as they should be. The Ten of Wands. The Nine of Swords. Reversed this time. The Five of Swords. Okay? I return them in the order they came to us, but the way I argue they should be. And you will get a similar treatment. Some selenite, some rose quartz, some grounding. You're also going to get some amethyst for clarity. Okay? I hope you will reach out and grab this energy from me and then use it to improve your life. Sudesh. What's coming next in love for this connection? You are very welcome, Robin. Let me know if you have any questions. So, you were asking about the future, Sudesh, which is not something I typically dabble in. If you would like to know what the future is with this person, I invite you to ask them, please. For I do not serve false hope or fear here. Meaning the future spreads, for it is unknowable. That contradicts its very own self, your sentence, my friend. What next is the future? Okay, we do not pierce the minds and hearts of others here. The correct person to ask these questions is that person. This him you speak of. What you are asking me to do effectively is spying, my dear. I don't do that. I don't think you do either. You want to know what he thinks of you? Please ask him. We are not the same as most tarot readers you will find on here. You will find people that will read that for you. I argue the reading they just gave you is bullshit. Sorry. I hope you don't pay for one of those. Truly ask this person. Open your heart to them so they may do so in return. Otherwise, I would suggest this guy. We can ask 3 cards. These are surrounding you. What love energy am I currently broadcasting? What kind of partner or relationship does this energy attract? And what shift can I make to manifest healthier, aligned love? Just keep in mind that this, being that it applies to yourself, I argue more often than not, invites you to self-love rather than worrying about what others may perceive that as. You do you effectively. Let me shuffle this back to our friend Robin real quick. All yours, Robin. So, just a couple shuffles for you. A casino cut. Final shuffle. Final cut. And 3 cards. We now get the 10 of Swords reversed, the Queen of Swords reversed, and the 5 of Swords reversed. We just had this one out. All swords. All swords, every one of them. Swords are of the mind in tarot. So, what love energy am I currently broadcasting? Well, defeat reversed. Utter absolute pain, anxiety, but this comes to us blocked. This tells me the energy we're putting out, this is that of a happy person on the outside, but someone who is miserable on the inside, truly. Not having a great time in life, but we persevere. Well, this is a good thing. It is not healthy for us to wear a mask in life. If we are hurting inside and we talk to no one about it, we don't address it, that includes to ourselves. Where do you think that energy resides forever? What does it do to where it resides until it is dealt with? So you may not feel as though people see this of you, but if there is some deep hurt within you, it is seen. Very much so a thing to address as soon as possible. Your next card. What kind of partner or relationship does this energy attract? This would be the perfectionist. Okay, this is more so as it comes blocked. The perfectionist reversed, this is someone who is the fixer. This is the energy we attract. Someone wants to fix the broken thing, the healer, effectively. Okay? What I want you to realize, though, is once we have now accepted this healer in our life, the energy they bring is very authoritarian, controlling. Do it this way. They issue commands, not suggestions. Hey, you might want to try. No, instead it is you will do this. And that is all you will do. That energy is there, but it is blocked. That is why I say this is someone who comes across as that healing, motherly, loving nature. But are they really? Okay? Your final card, the Swords. 5 of Swords again. This defeat is blocked from us. Okay? Same as your first card. Effectively. Your last card asks you to no longer hide the fact that we have been through some stuff, gotten our butts kicked, whatever manner that may be in, but particularly of your own mind. We must not skirt around the truth of the scenario you are in or are feeling, in case you are unaware of it or in denial of it. Your thoughts, your feelings, they have value, particularly to you. Make them available to those around you. That way you don't feel as though you are the 10 of Swords, blocked all the time. The 5 of Swords, blocked all the time. Okay? Truly accept as well as you can whatever it is you're going through. See it for what it is and let it be. But it would not hurt to open up that mind of yours. Share those thoughts. The people around you may have no idea what you're going through until you talk about it. Okay? Hello, Abhi Krishna T2440. How are you? I have nothing I can reverse for you here, my dear. These are all things truly you must do yourself in the real world. So, speak with your friends, your loved ones, your family, etc. Figure out what these things are that are making us unhappy, so we may address them as best we can. Wood 86, just hanging out. Abhi Krishnat. Hello, Ali Suwu. You may indeed. You're very welcome, Sudesh. Good luck, my friend. But yes, you may indeed. I don't think we have anybody else in the queue. We do not. Hello, new friends. Welcome, welcome. What would you like to ask, Abhi Krishna? I will be repeating this to the ends of the earth, it would appear. We do not pierce the minds and hearts of others here. Okay? I cannot tell you what the thoughts and feelings are of another. That is spying. And it is not something I'm willing to do. I am happy to ask what the current energy surrounding your question is regarding this other person, and as well the energy inviting you forward from it. So this speaks on you rather than on them. Would that be okay with you? Hello, Alice Uwu, and good night. You got it. 2 cards. See, no cut. Final cut. Your cards. The energy surrounding your question and the energy inviting you forward. We get the 6 of Cups and the 4 of Swords. We are presently doing a reading for Abhi Krishna and Atrana. You may, as soon as we are done with this reading. 6 of Cups, 4 Swords, too far. The 6 of Cups is a deep longing for the past, of better times, when things were good. Okay? Rather than us living in the now, we appear to be wishing to reestablish a feeling we had before. Okay? Why? We should be living in the now, no? This is for you, Abhi Krishna, yes. We are stuck living in the past. These memories call to us in the now. After that, Abhi Krishna, the energy inviting you forward is literally the warrior's rest. Put these types of questions down. Focus in the now. Speak to this person, please. That reading is for you, Abhi Krishna, as I have said. Hello, neighbors. At 9:48 p.m. For the Shika Pandi. Can you please tell me about a reunion? I can ask the same 2 questions, the energy surrounding it and the energy inviting you forward. Same as what we just did. I cannot tell you how it will go, anything like that, if it is happening at all. None of my business, truly. But again, the energy surrounding your question and the energy inviting you forward from it. Okay? Two cards. So, the Sheikah Pandy, we're doing the spread for you. We will get to our other questions as soon as we are done with this reading. So, in regard to this reunion you ask about, this is the Ten of Swords. This is the end of the Path of Swords. This is the mind. Truly utter defeat. It's truly all I need to say here. Anatrana, Sonali, you both will please have to wait your turn for your reading. I am in the middle of one, and thank you. Okay? This reading is for the Sheikah Pandy. So your reunion, whatever the energy surrounding this, defeat. I don't know if that is what you have already been through or currently experiencing, but the energy inviting you forward from it, apparently, whether this happens or not, whatever happens in it, if anything is to, we emerge with the nurturing mother energy, full of life, tending to our garden, the thing that we made, but perhaps a tad too obsessed with it. 'Tis why we longingly stare at this thing that we have made, this life, this material thing. Okay? Let me know if you have questions. Nothing for me to reverse here. Whoa. That is for you to decide. The energy surrounding your question, I say again, the first card, utter defeat. Anatrana, I will not be pulling that for you. You have your answer already on that. No contact from June 2024. What does that say to you? Just a reminder, I do not do future readings here. I cannot tell you the winning lotto numbers, nor would I. Yes. And I'm telling you, the energy surrounding that question you have asked us, Pandy, is utter defeat. Okay? Yes, Waylon, happily. So in Antrana, I will not be asking about someone you literally have not talked to for over a year. I believe you have your answer in that regard. Sonali. I will not be doing a reading for you, Anantrana. I believe we have misheard it exactly what I just said. You will find out if you are getting married when you start taking steps in the direction that lead to a marriage. Someone you have not talked to in a year does not indicate to me marriage anytime soon. Okay. Defeat energy? I don't know how you want me to answer this. You understand the definition of defeat? Yes, Pandy? What does that mean to you? I don't think it can be much more clear. Not sure what your last question means. Sonali, a general love reading. Same rules apply here. 2 cards. The energy surrounding your love question. The energy inviting you forward. After that, we will take care of Waylon. Sonali, the 8 of Pentacles and the Emperor. That is to tell you that the energy surrounding your general love question are that of hard work, and the energy inviting you forward, the Emperor, the ruler of the kingdom. Okay? Hard work. That is what you are presently in progress in, it would appear, in terms of this. So continue doing that. And the Emperor, my dear. The outcome that becomes of hard work. The working class becomes a king in the realm of love. Not even a king, an emperor, the ultimate ruler. Okay? Effectively, a nice way to tell you keep doing what you're doing. You will find love when you are supposed to through that path. But I invite you to love yourself first, please. Waylon, what would you wanted a vibe, yes? Yes, you're welcome. This is what I do for a daily vibe check. Vibe today. What's supporting me? What's tripping me up? We will use the Wild Unknown Tarot. Some chunks in your shuffle, Waylon. Cool. Final cut. Excuse me. 3 cards. All right, my friend. We get... Who are you, daughter? The Mother. Queen of Pentacles, the Devil, and the 3 of Cups. So, this is the Queen of Pentacles. Okay? the devil, often represented by a goat in religious texts. If you've ever seen the movie The Village, here's your goat. And the Three of Cups. Okay. You're welcome, Sonali. Good luck. So, let's start here first. As well, this is a multi-part message, my friend. Okay. Hi, Ty William. We are in the middle of a reading now. You absolutely may after. Yes, I'll absolutely pull that for you. We are doing a vibe check right now, kind of similar. So, we need this reversed. Okay, the Mother of Pentacles, the Queen of Pentacles. So, today, at least to this space, I just want to point this card out to you. Okay? This card, upright, this is on the path to this. Now, I know it says Queen, but Tarot does not care your gender, neither do I. So, this is reversed right now, but this is effectively, this card, Mother Gaia energy. Surrounded by life, you can see it here, upright, and all our flowers and stuff, right? But we're heavily focused on this thing in the material world, like heavily, to the point of obsession. It has us reversed right now. So while our motherly energy is there, that nurturing, life-giving, loving energy is there, it's just feeling blocked at the moment. This would just indicate to me someone who didn't have the greatest of days, but you're still there, right? No matter what, still loving, still caring, but kind of just over it, if you will. Now then, your second card. What's supporting you? My friend, the playfulness within. Most people would see this card and see terror. They would feel it in their very hearts, right? There's this evil presence with me. I call this card the contract. This is you, to a degree, in areas of your life, testing limits. Perhaps you are the one that offers the contract, right? You effectively will challenge other people's perspective and viewpoints, including your own, though, just by even being here in a space like this. Okay? So that devil energy in you, that sometimes possibly contrarian within you, just to see what the hand will deal to us in our game of poker that is life. That's what keeps you afloat. That playful trickster devil within. People misunderstand the devil, I argue, in most biblical senses, but it would seem, like me, you know this devil all too well. And I would also argue, like me, the devil don't drive, he just rides in the back. We take notes from this asshole. That's all. Your last card. What's tripping you up? We're waiting on the good times, man. The 3 in tarot should be that of joy, collaboration, growth. This is like a little small party. I'd imagine this is the party that has not been had yet, or is not soon seen on the horizon even, right? The 2 clinking cups, the partnership, the union. Well, now there's 3, right? Small party. So where are we denying ourselves a little fun in life, perhaps? Perhaps time for a Wayland Wood 88. What was your number? 86 number. Yeah. Just a thought. Just a thought. Reminder, your numbers equal out to the 14 in tarot, which is temperance. Okay? Finding a balance between active and passive in all aspects of life. That's just the numbers in your name. 86. Just one of them. Don't forget the lovers and strength. The lovers are part of this card. Okay? Just in case we forgot. Here they are. But now they're here. Okay? No, Ty, you will be next. This is why I literally said the username of the person it was for. Waylon Wood, 86. I'm gonna make sure Waylon Wood 86 has no questions on this, and then Ty, you will be next. Okay. I'm sure our friend will let me know if they have questions. Ty, you would just like a general energy reading you asked for, yes? You're welcome, Waylon Wood, 86. All yours, my dear. Cool. Ty, for you, I would just suggest a Lenormand reading. Still art on cards. We pull 2 of them. They give us a generic message. I will ask, what is Ty Williams 3225 generic energy right now? Right now. Okay? I'll show you the art on the cards as soon as we pull them. Final shuffle. Final cut. 2 cards. Anchor. Star. Ready? Here. Just so you can see. Here's our anchor. And star, I'm sure you can imagine what it looks like. Right? So, when we combine the 2 together, forgive me, we're still learning what all these means, but we get fixed destiny or established faith. So I have no idea. Thank you, someone, for their $5 donation. Very, very much. That's the time when we get these. Yay! Fireworks forever. This is a Lenormand deck. This is the 7th Sphere Lenormand deck. The same one that they use on Labyrinthios, in fact. Here. Shwoop. These. Okay? I appreciate the donation. You allow the work to continue. So thank you, someone. Okay, well. Now we know who someone is. An established faith or a fixed destiny. You did not give me too much to work with in terms of energy. So, general question, Ty. A general reply. I don't know if these mean anything to you at all. Fixed destiny or an established faith. I would argue these both mean that we have made up our minds about how we feel, about something in our heart of hearts. Anchor and star. Think about how polarly opposite those are. You are throwing literally something to ground the cosmos with. Okay? I argue this is both stubbornness to perhaps accept an end or even a beginning that is, must occur. Okay? But again, just think in the literal sense here. You are using an anchor of our material world to lasso and fixate a piece of the cosmos. So either no matter what you do, this thing that must be done, it will happen one way or another, with or without your participation, or you know what this thing is and you just need to actually go do it. As well, though, imagine literally a star attempting to pull an anchor from you, your soul. In the metaphysical sense, you are being asked and invited to this great expanse, and you are grounded in this thing. Okay? But I say again, general question, general reply. We must decipher what that means in our life. Okay? I have no idea how that applies to you, Ty. Otherwise, we must go a little deeper than just general. All right? So, we already, Starlet, yes, I hope you saw that. 7th Sphere Oracle here, just to help you out. Or not Oracle. 7th Sphere Lenormand. Nishta. I hope I'm saying your name right. I'm not sure what the number is. Just a reminder to anyone here or that comes and watches this video later, perhaps. You are not required to like, subscribe, to donate, to nothing unless you want to. You do not have to get a reading from me. Okay? Yes, Ty. I hope we can figure out what that is speaking about. Remember what I was saying. This is, I argue, I read this with my limited info. This is you fighting the actual pull of the cosmos. A destiny in sense. Something that we need to know we want to do, must do. Right? We are instead staying right here, fixed. Why? Stagnation, my friend, in some sense. Whether known or unknown, I do not know. Nishta, will I get love, marriage, or arrange by my family concerns? This is not something that I will be able to answer for you, my dear. You will need to ask the appropriate parties and play here for that. That is life-changing, life-altering. I will not offer false hope or fear-inspiring information to you regarding this. I hope you will understand. Please speak to all involved parties in this manner, okay? Let me know if you have questions. We've been here 2.5 hours. More to come, but I need to take a quick break. I will be back in just a couple minutes. I appreciate y'all hanging out with me. BRB. Hi. We're back. Well, past this point, depending on traffic, will determine how long we continue to stream. I am happy to hang out till the wee hours of the morning, but if there's truly nothing going on, I'll go do my own thing, you know? But for now, I think it would be worthwhile to go through my spreads. In case you were wondering what I'm going to snack on in a little bit. Hummus. Hello, user Ada Tuvara 7 Waka Waku 3 Ooh. How are you? Please forgive me, I have a very loud apple here. so good. I'm eating one of my favorite kinds of apples. I mean, I have friends and family who care about me and love me. I have all of you lovely people. You know, even when things are terrible, they're still good. Would you like a reading today? Tonight? Tonight. Possibly today for you? Don't know. We could give you just a quick general, like a rune pull, for instance. Sure. 3 cards, okay? I was going to suggest this, but we no longer need that. 3 cards. Where have we been focusing too much energy? Where have we been focusing too little? How do we balance the two? Reconcile them together. Okay? 3 cards. We will use ethereal visions for this one. That spread only exists because of this deck, but they have a much bigger version. Ours is just 3 for the stream. If you want the big 7-card version, you know, need a little more time. So, your shuffle, then your final shuffle, final cut. 3 cards. 1, 2, 3. Okay. These should go like this, but 1, 2, 3. First card. Queen of Wands, reversed. This is where we are spending too much energy. Okay. Then we get the Four of Pentacles, where we are not spending enough energy. Okay. And finally, we get the Wheel of Fortune reversed. Okay. Let us discuss. I know we need 4 of Pentacles. We need the Wheel. Reversed. 4 was not, right? Yes. And the Queen of Wands. Now, truly, please, just for the sake of not confusing you, they drew in this order, okay? But reversed and reversed. 1, 2, and 3. But remember, the balance between them is this. Okay? Your first card, the Queen of Wands. I don't know if we have a particular somebody in mind. Just me getting the vibe I'm getting. This is the queen we either had at one time or the queen we want and we cannot have for whatever reason. I don't believe I really want to dive too much into this for you. I think you know what I'm talking about. Okay? Queen of Wands should be focused on the things we create, this flower in particular. This is the ultimate staff of creation for this queen. She made this beautiful flower, well, we blocked that. To me, though, this immediately calls out perhaps a relationship that it did not turn out the way we had intended. I do not know if that is with self or with other, but that is screaming at me right now. That's where we're spending too much energy. Too little? I call this Big Papa's card. This is money on the mind, mind on the money card, okay? But please take a look. This here, this Ouroboros, meaning the snake, 2 snakes both eating each other's tails effect, but they stand atop their money. They got their money on their mind. They're so proud to show this off, but they are hypnotized by it. That is the focus. the material realm. This could also just be even friendships. Okay, not so much in terms of greed, just utter wealth, but your participation in the material world we must focus on. Heavy. Okay, the number 4 in numerology, tarot, that is the number of structure, of order. The house, the 4 pillars, the 4 walls, okay? We must reconnect with self, get reestablished in the material, okay? Now then, how we reconcile them both? Effectively, let go of the steering wheel, my friend. Stop trying to control things. Let be what is, or what it is. Some things are just not within our ability to control, to change, nor do they need to be. Our job is just to enjoy our time on the wheel, our life. Change, ever constant, always, spinning, 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 until we can no more. Okay? Let me know if you have any questions. Otherwise, I return that to the now. You are very welcome. Sorry for whatever seemingly has you feeling like or focused on this Queen reversed energy. If something didn't work out, sorry to hear. But if this is regarding you, remember, you are the creator. You do whatever the hell you want with that wand. If it's regarding someone else, why does this queen rule our world? Whether they be male, female, indifferent, does not matter. But why? Why is the ruler of your soul's fire not you? You know who it should be. That's your thing. That's your fire. You built that, not someone else. Something to think about. I'm hesitant to get started on deciphering what all these were, honestly. I just know, I'm gonna start to get in the groove with these and determine. Hi, Jake Cardoso. I'm alright. How are you, buddy? Hello, hello. Fancy seeing you here. Yeah, the last time I saw you was Thursday, I think, yeah? In the Open Phones channel. It was super cool, by the way. I like that guy a whole lot. Very chill. I like that. If you can't tell, I like being very chill. Weird. Chill people would resonate with me. Who would have thought? Huh. Isn't that strange? Forgive me. As you can see, I am hungry for a snack. Cool. Someday, we'll have a real shotgun mic. Someday, maybe, I hope. Well, I don't have to have this thing. Technically, I'm not supposed to have this thing this close to me. The mic, I mean. Well, I mean, listen for yourself, you know? I don't know what to tell you. When I put it far away, the way I've got her set up, she just don't sing the same. So forgive me, please, if I bump the microphone. Well, let me know if you would like a reading, my dear. For now, I'm just over here slicing off some apple chunks. Good. We started, what, almost 3 hours ago? Always enjoyable to me. High life lessons. Absolutely. Let me get that thing out of the way. Sorry. We have a spread just for you in regard to this. We have this, and I also have this, but you want to know specifically what is blocking. No, reopens the heart. Yes, this. We need this. So I am Right Hand Dominant Life Lessons by SH. Okay? The third question in this spread invites you to have a new perspective. Okay, how can I change my perspective to view the world through the lens of love? I am right hand dominant, okay, but whichever you are, just do that. The whole point is to get you to look the opposite way of you, your normal dominant self, okay? Third question is the most important of this entire spread. Let me know if this works for you, please. If so, we will pull it. But yeah, J Cardoso, to me, going well. You know, just trying to help as many people as I can, honestly. I'm just happy to be alive. Truly. Oh, I'm sorry, my love. This will be 4 questions in one reading. Or unless you were reading the second spread. I agree. Makes me feel good. You know? I like helping. I just want to confirm, life lessons, it will be all 4 of these questions on one spread. Like this. A little weird T-looking thing. You just want the second question, none of the surrounding stuff. I'm trying to tell you I will pull 4 cards, 4 questions. You only want the one. You see what I mean? 1, 2, 3, 4. They all go through one spread. Does that make sense? You have one question. I have four different questions to base off that to get us more info than just question number 2. We will ask, why is your heart closed? Then we ask, how can you open the heart once more? Then we will ask, how can I change my perspective to view the world through the lens of love? And finally, what will you see? Okay, all 4, just making sure. I was gonna say, I would not recommend just one part of a spread. It is designed in a specific way for a reason. So, 4 cards. Can you show after the heart healing and self-worth? Can you show? Sure. Absolutely. Do you just, I don't know if you're in our Discord or not, but if you are, I'll show them to you and then I'll share them. As long as they are not malformed, but I don't believe they are, but we will look. But I'll put them in our Discord, but I'll show them to you first. So, life lessons, 4 questions. This is your casino cut, your final shuffle, and then your final cut. Okay? Four cards. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay? We get the 7 of Cups reversed, the 2 of Wands upright. Hello, call me O'Daddy. We are doing a reading for a friend in YouTube land, life lessons. 2 of Wands, please. 2 of Wands, 7 Cups. That's 8, my God. Reversed, Ace Swords, too far, and the Hierophant. Like this. I have to move this just a tad, sorry. Call me O'Daddy. We are doing a spread for life lessons in YouTube right now. I will get to you. I would like you to think though, please explain what December read means. 7 of Cups for you. Life lessons, okay? Why is my heart closed? We are denying ourselves that we have many options in life when it comes to our emotions. Okay, this is 7 different little miniature stories, if you will. Okay? Instead of us picking one at all, we are just befuddled. We don't know what to do, right? Well, we're not picking anything, period. We don't even want to see the other emotional alternatives here in our life. We block this from ourselves. Okay? You got lots of options. So why are we choosing the one that has led you to me? Something to think about. I'm not trying to call you out by any means, but why do we pick the cup that effectively is filled with poison? When we do make a choice, and number 2, why haven't we picked a different cup yet? Start experiencing a new feeling, a new story, right? Which leads us to your second card, the 2 of Wands. How can I open my heart once more? This is the stare into the crystal ball card. We have 2 wands, 2 pass, A and B. 2 in tarot is a call to action. Time to make a choice. Okay? Time to make a choice. All right? Now then, what is that choice? Well, we received the Hierophant in upright, but this is to invite us truly back into the religion of you. I call this card the Pope, effectively. Alright, they are the prime number next to no one but God, effectively, in their religion. I need you to become that once again. Not with ego or hubris, but just remember, there's but one person that matters in the religion of you, and it is you. Okay? Very important, this. This is taking authority back over ourselves, truly. Just think about what the Pope does, right? They decide, whoever the Pope is for the moment, they decide what rules are and are not for the church. They dictate what messages come out, right? How we worship, what times, blah, blah. Time for you to do that for you. Okay? Now, your final card. What we get. If we can start doing that, my dear, the possibilities are endless. These are brand new thoughts. We see things in a completely different way. We think about them in a different way. And I argue in a way that serves us in the now rather than is a detriment to the soul itself as well as the rest of the body. Okay? Let me know if you have questions here, but truly, it's just time to make a choice, my friend. I invite you to choose happiness. Please remember, you are enough. And truly, your own card tells us you do literally live in abundance, whether you choose to or not. It is there. Take the cup. Pick a good one. One with life-giving, reviving water, please. That is to say, healthy emotions. Okay? I reverse none of this to you because there's nothing to reverse here. You just got to decide how we want to feel, how we want to conduct ourselves, how we want to think. It's all perspective and perception. I invite you, please choose happiness and love yourself if you don't already. Okay? Now then, call me O'Daddy. I don't typically do future reads. Call me O'Daddy, at all. I will not fill you with false hope or false fear about what the next month may bring. It's not even here yet. Okay, we're still in November for 2 more days. Possibly just one for you, but... all right? Do you have something else you would like to ask? I would also like to remind you, I do 24 shorts on Sundays. Okay? These are the energy readings, inviting us forward for the week. I ask for the whole week, but that's just energy now and inviting us forward. Those will be out Sunday in the morning. Okay? That will give you more insight into the week ahead, but in a general sense. There's things to be aware of. We can absolutely do a vibe check. I just would like to warn you now, as this is an open-ended, obviously the cards say what they say. So if we are feeling a certain type of way, they will reflect that, okay? We get to your vibe check though, and here is your music. Sounds pretty damn happy to me, huh? But sometimes we do a vibe check and people do not like what they are told, unfortunately. A little too reflective. Just a reminder. These are very real readings from a very real reader. I mean no harm. 3 cards. Vibe of the day, what's supporting you, what's tripping you up. We get the Ace of Pentacles. This is for Call Me O'Daddy, anybody else watching, so we can avoid any confusion. Ace of Pentacles reverse, the Ace of Wands, as well the Lovers. So, vibe of the day. looks to me like we're done creating, doing any more work today, period. Chilling. Just like you're doing here with us now. Yeah? I would argue yes. We're hanging out at home, hanging out on stream, relaxing. What we should be doing, in my opinion. What is supporting us? You have, ironically, while in the material world we appear to be resting, we are no longer producing work for the day in any manner. We are still full of vigor. Truly. Your heart, your very soul itself wishes to push on, and it's Friday night, right? For me in my world at least, not sure about where you're at, but time to be awake. We got some freedom. Weekend's here. Just had a holiday, right? At least here in the Americas. This supports you in all aspects of life. This drive you have, this passion, that spark within. The thing tripping us up, well, I think this explains itself, yes. This can be a twofold. Either some confusion in our lives, just about what direction to go, where it even is to begin with, where is the path that we should be walking. But alternatively, perhaps that missing puzzle piece. This is maybe weighing on us a little. I argue twofold, but I do not know. And as this is a general, I will not dive into it deeper. But let me know if you have any questions. Okay? Otherwise, I appreciate you coming and chilling, bringing the relaxed vibe. Jay Cardoso, you are next, my dear. Thank you for asking. I was trying to get there. What movie indeed did you watch? That happened. What the hell was I watching? Same thing happened to me very recently. But I remember not what it was, which is unfortunate because it did change the way I see things. It was last night, actually. It wasn't even in regard to a movie. Never heard of it. Let me know what kind of read you would like, Jay Cardoso. I'm gonna mute for just a sec so you don't gotta listen to Apple. Sorry, my friend. ADHD. You said that and I forgot. You want a healing heart. So, this one you're after? Okay. that's what this one is. This is not one that I will be sharing in the Discord, as it is a little elaborate and requires some explanation. Not one I would invite to be done on a stream either. A little too big. But there they are. Yeah, this is a rather heavy spread. Typically for stream, I'm trying to stay in like 3 to 5 range, depending on what we're doing. Okay. Your self-love is just literally affirmations for you. Something to love about yourself. Where can you be more patient with yourself? Kinder. As well, and what energies you can draw from to help encourage self-love. I don't really have a general love reading, so I can pull you 2 cards. Okay, but alternatively, I would suggest something a little more pointed, such as what are you manifesting in love? Excuse me. As you're asking for a general love, clearly you would like an answer in regard to the love life. We could do this. What love energy you currently broadcast? What kind of partner or relationship that energy attracts? And a shift you can make. It's okay, don't worry about it. I'm also jumping around to different things while we get to the root of the question. General readings are really not a good idea with me. And I don't mean that to be all heavy and spooky and scary to you. I just warn you now. More often than not, they will call out something completely unrelated to the thing you ask about. You'll ask about love and it will absolutely call other things out. Yes. This is the one I would do. General readings where you just let me, just start pulling cards and telling a story. Well, that fairy tale may very quickly turn into a horror short real quick. Not my intention, but if we leave the door open, and that's the energy within already, that's what's going to come to light. I am equipped to deal with this. Some of us that ask that are not prepared for that information yet, is all. That is not to say they are weak or whatever. It's got nothing to do with that. It's just some things we are not prepared for right now. A lesson we must learn prior, right? Something. Okay? So generals, they're just dangerous, that's all. Okay? And we see the Hierophant again, but now he comes to us reversed. This is the second time that has happened tonight. The last time was with the Wheel of Fortune, which we have seen 2 times now, I think. We just saw the Hierophant a while ago, a minute ago. Upright, did we not? And yet, now here for you to tell you the total opposite of what I was saying the first time. We will discuss. All right. In terms of love. Oop, right over my bald head. So, what love energy am I currently broadcasting? So, deep down, we have remember what I said about these? This is calling out your dissatisfaction with your current scenario and the fact that we try to use humor to play it off as if we don't care. It's all good, whatever. the reality of it, what's underneath. The emotions are bruised, beaten, not feeling too highly of our outgoing surroundings, but I would venture a guess you are the type that wears the M to the A to the S to the K, the mask. We use humor or other things like this to not show the outside world how we're really feeling. We deflect. This is the I laugh so I don't cry energy. I know this because I do it too. Okay? So, before we proceed further, I just want you to know it's seen and to remind you, even though everything might seem like it's utter shit, and it very well may be, you're still upright, you're still breathing, you still get to participate. Some of these emotions can be chosen. Some of them can be chosen to be discarded permanently. It is not unhealthy to open up for those around us that we love and trust on multiple levels. Okay? Truly, you will find more happiness and just leveling with those around you, including yourself, than the other road. You know that road. You know exactly where it will take you. Been there enough, no? It's a boring ass alley. Just a big old pile of shit at the end. Right? Give it a shot. Okay? This leads us into our next card. You say you don't open. What kind of partner or relationship does this energy attract? Someone who, as well, instead of being in charge of the soul's fire, this is misery loves company, effectively. The Pope reversed. We are the prime number in our own religion. The Pope, okay? Think Catholicism, but now throw that out the window and it's the religion of you. Well, this person would be feeling exactly how you feel. They would act effectively the same as you feel. They laugh so that they don't cry. Is that a good thing? I don't know. But just a reminder, misery loves company. Meaning, that is energy that feeds off each other, not for the better. In most cases, in my opinion. Okay? Very important that we understand this bit. Not to say that you don't get the words, I'm telling you, but I just mean you may find this other person, right? They do the same thing you do, but together you may be absolutely gasoline and fire together, right? Or you may be oil and water and not mix at all and not even know it, but on the outsides we project this one thing versus on the inside we feel it totally different. That can be problematic, so be careful of that. Remember this need to open the heart. The Pope is not closed in any of his thoughts, any of his opinions, his religious feelings. They are order, they are law, period, in terms of their religion. So I suggest the same for you. Which leads us to our last card. What shift we can make, my dear? I just want to read this to you. Upright. Word for word. Upright. The Page of Wands. This is to say the princess, okay, the knave, whatever you want to call them. This is someone mischievous that enjoys drama, is easily bored, and likes to stir up the pot wherever she or they can. The Page of Wands looks as if they have just hatched some improbable plot which will no doubt provide them with much amusement. In effect, the long and short of this, stop fucking around. That soul's fire is dangerous, so take it seriously. Okay? Lest you be the one and the only one, in some cases, I argue more often than not, lest you be the one that gets burned ultimately. Okay? You were very welcome, my love. I'm sorry to see we're feeling this way, truly. If you ever just need someone to talk to, I won't even say a damn word. Send me a message in Discord, let it all the fuck out, and we will delete the conversation together, just so you can vent. Let it out, though. This holding it in ain't doing you no favors. You might feel like it is not seen, well, it was just seen. If these see it, so does the people around you. Okay? I'm not trying to say you're being a dick or doing anything wrong, but the mask is just not your friend, that's all. That's all. We gotta find a way to make you truly happy, you know? But, as with all things, it starts from within. Easier said than done, right? I'm glad to hear it. I hope that I demonstrate I take this very seriously. This is important to me, that I get you these kinds of answers. I'm sorry you're going through this. Truly breaks my heart. So, let's fix it. Okay? Even if it takes the rest of the course of your lifetime, that's what we're working on. Fulfillment, happiness. From within to start. Then I wonder what kind of love energy you would be projecting outward and who that attracts. I argue and bet, I'd be willing to bet money, and I'm not a betting man. That would attract someone much more in line with this happy state we would like to be. I'm glad that they resonate with you. It is truly the goal to just serve. Believe me, the day the cards start just lying to me about everything and everything's just off and wrong, we're shutting the stream down, you know? We lost it. We have been unchosen, so to speak, right? Yeah, absolutely. I know that that's completely obvious, but now that my question is to you, what do we get? What is the first step in that staircase to finding this happiness, right? What is that main big ticket item that's just been eating at you that we just will not share? Who can we share that with? Maybe to get a different perspective on, to change how we look at it, you know? Yes, what is that first step toward that? What is the big ass thing that just appears as this mammoth-sized doorway that we could never push through? What is that thing? And how do we burrow under it? How do we go around it? Leave the door? Fuck it. We'll come back to that later. How do we go around, right? We've been trying what we were talking about. Truly, though, at some point, we must return to this door and unlock this fucker permanently. That is the flow of the loving energy of self. Release that dam. I know I preach meditation on here repeatedly, but truly, give it a shot. And again, that offer still stands. If you would like to hop in Discord and you just want someone to type an absolute shitstorm of messages to, and I won't say a fucking word if you don't want me to. Not a word. Just let it out, release it so it's been said. if even only digitally. Hell, I've got a private voice channel specifically for that. Alright, fuck yeah. That makes me very happy to hear. Good. That offer stands. Then that's anybody here. You just need somebody to bitch at the wind to about all ears. Or eyes, or whatever the hell you choose. The lotus is the sign of rebirth, in case we didn't know that. Not to be some pompous asshole, but it's important you understand to me why I sent that. Here is your lotus flower, since I cannot offer you a real one. Here's your invitation to the rebirth of self. You don't need that invite from me. I'm just offering you one as a reminder, hey, you can do this whenever the hell you want. Truly. Right, same as this flower. Comes out of a seeming impossibility. A literal pool of water. Makes little pads and all of a sudden, life again. Yeah, this whole area's flooded. Fuck it, I'm gonna grow. Right? Truly fascinating flower. Have you ever seen one of these bastards in person? Well, a picture of one. I've not even seen a real one in person, I don't think. Look at these things. Okay? There's a whole mess of them. Just look at them. Look where they grow. Right? They don't even make practical sense in most cases. And still they grow. Look at how much life comes from this when they choose to. Beautiful. That's why I send you this thing. So a hug, a blessing, and a reminder, an invitation that you already had to begin with. Okay? Bloom, don't, wherever the hell makes you happy, truly. Be a blossom, be a bud. Either way, as long as you are getting that sunshine you need in your own light and life. Your sunshine from within, the thing you truly own. Okay? Yes, I love lotus flowers. I feel so bad because there's so just so much stuff that's so beautiful and comes from other cultures, and here I am, this ultimate white guy with unfortunately the worst haircut I could possibly have to spread the message of love and have it be believed. But there's just so much from other cultures that are so beautiful, right, that I incorporate into my life. And it saddens me that we don't continue to do this today in Western American culture, at least. All this beautiful symbology, these metaphors, these allegories, right? The stories of the world. They're still here. We just don't really talk about them. Why not? I don't fucking know. But I'll talk about them. Fine. Forgive me, I was finishing up an apple. I just did it. It's only been 3.5 hours, and this thing was full when we started. This is like... okay, well, never mind. That's a solid 3 hours in. Okay, we're right on track. Excuse me. I just looked at the markings on the side, and they're faded, but they all are in little hour increments. So we're right where we're supposed to be. So never mind. You're getting me caught up. Sorry. I just return all your guys' points to you. By the way, all your channel points. I'm sorry to tell you they're utterly useless. Feel free to use them. Absolutely, I encourage you to. But you're just gonna get them right back. I'm very curious to see who's gonna have the leaderboard of channel points. Right? You don't spend them here to get a reading from me. You don't spend them here to do shit, because I'm just gonna return them to you. So the only time I'm gonna clear the board is if somebody, they've got 9 million points or whatever, and they're just spamming chat. But so what? Kind of earned that right, didn't they? Oh, 6 a.m. Jesus, yeah. Go to bed, Go to bed, please. That is an excellent place to start with some self-love. Rest. I will. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. Thank you for letting me read you. I appreciate that. Yeah, of course. Just why I exist. As far as I understand. At some point in the near future, there will be sound bowls and a flute here. Sadly, I don't think I can play those in the wee hours of the night. I have no idea how loud this flute's gonna be. It is meant to be played soft, but I think it's pretty fucking loud, I can turn the volume of me up. A flute, on the other hand, well, we'll see. That may become a daytime activity where I record beforehand in the day the flute I want to play, right? And I have to just play it on the stream, which I'm really not opposed to. God, I hadn't even thought about that till just now. I can pre-record some stuff, play it in the background. We will have some singing bowls here. And we can ring those while we're chilling and actually meditate here, truly. Won't be me actively playing, but you can watch it. It'll kind of be like I am. And then it'll be me with a bowl. Bong. Chilling. We have an 8, a 9, and a 10-inch bowl coming. Plus mallets. Wow. I have no idea how people are going to feel about that, but might be time to get some soundproofing for the room in the future. That's much later, though. Much later. This is a fun song. I like this one. I don't think there's anybody else in queue. Nope, just us. Chillin'. I already forgot. Sorry, Mac, we got wrapped up in a reading. I don't know the movie you were talking about. Age of Disclosure. Do you mind? Well, I tell you what, how about I not be lazy and make you type a bunch of stuff in the chat room when I could, just look it up. Wiener. Me, not you. Age of, what? Disclosure, right? 2025 film. A revelation. Whoa. Let's see. 34 senior members of U.S. government. Oh no. People didn't like it on Rotten Tomatoes, eh? I just need summary, please. 34 U.S. government insiders and revealing an 80-year global cover-up of non-human intelligent life and a secret war among major nations to reverse engineer advanced technology of non-human origin. Aliens. I still love the thought that we are the aliens. Right? That one still messes me up. Sent here from a comet, for all we know, you know? You have a lotus cross stitch that your mom made you hanging on your wall. Hell yeah. I love cross stitch stuff. I didn't realize that until you showed me the pictures earlier. I'm glad we can learn stuff from this insane brain. I attempt wildly to control and stuff with useful information, but hey, I argue all the time. If you're here, you were meant to hear something, you were meant to see something, to experience something. We were meant to speak on some level, even if you say nothing at all. I wonder how that makes you feel about that lotus on your wall now. Things like that, especially gifts. I have many here on this table that have come from people that I love dearly. I pray over these things. Right? Not to say you must pray by any means, but and when I say pray, I don't mean, get on your hands and knees. I mean just be in reverence with it. Honor it. Speak aloud to it, or your mind, right? I'm thankful for the love this person gave me, and now a representative of it, a small piece of it hangs on the wall. How beautiful is that? Thank you. Go about your day. That's all. Not that you need to do that, but even when you don't remember to say anything like that, to even think it, it's still there. Yeah. You're gorgeous. If I may, just read you a little something from it. Let's see what Googly comes up with. The lotus flower generally symbolizes purity, spiritual awakening, transformation, and rebirth. Oh, I'm sorry, you can't see a damn thing I'm typing. How about now? Can you read this? Huh? There you go. Sorry, my head's in the way. Just so, this is AI, but 2 sources confirmed me and this. I'm a real person, I promise. You will ask anybody this in Japan. You will get a very similar answer, I'm sure, but oftentimes much more spiritual based one. But truly, short form, rebirth. As it emerges, beautiful and untouched from murky waters. Okay? This is the true point that I like to point out about the lotus. Even in a place you would think nothing like that could grow, look at the most beautiful thing it produces. Because it wants to. Defeat? Nah, not here. Not me. That ain't me. Hell no. We choose life. Hell, we'll make brand new life. This weird ass leaf growing out of this pond? No, sirree, that ain't me. Check this out. Wow. Anyways, we'll start over. Sorry, I'm getting sucked into the meaning myself because I find it just as fascinating and beautiful. The lotus flower generally symbolizes purity, spiritual awakening, transformation, and rebirth. as it emerges beautiful and untouched from murky waters. It is a sacred symbol in both Buddhism, Hinduism, representing the journey from ignorance to enlightenment. Different colors of the lotus have specific meanings, just such as the white lotus for purity and the pink lotus for love. The more general stuff. Okay? Purity, enlightenment, rebirth, transformation, resilience and strength, and beauty and grace. And then the colors. A white one, a pink one, a blue one, a red one. I think there's more than this, but a white lotus to signify purity, kind of like the lily. Only difference between a lotus and a lily, though, the lily I call the Hormadana, meaning it is both innocent and very passion-filled. It can be a representative of peace or literally just sex, just passion through and through. Whereas this one, a little different, you know? As with all flowers, duh. Very pretty. I would love to have an actual lotus flower here, like just one, but I don't have a green thumb. It would die for sure, and that would break my heart. Take this poor thing from a happy, healthy little pond it came from, and then to my desk, my world, and yeah, I don't think it would fare well. It'd be real cool and pretty while it lived, what short time that would likely be. I don't know enough to be a plant mom. I can barely bake a pie. That is a huge ask for me. A pie, you say? Yes, yes. We will be going to the store to get that. Someone else will make that for us. I will sacrifice an entire day's paycheck for someone else to make this pie, this cake, this anything that requires baking. If it ain't sticking in, set so many minutes and walk away. You're very, very welcome. We live to serve, to one degree or another. Poor theorem, poor theme. I'm sorry, I try real hard with names. Why do I always dream of closing the door and windows to escape from the ghosts? And you fail to close it every time. A few things there. It's been almost 2 years of dreaming this. So, apparitions in our dreams. Okay? A few things to take note here. I have a spread specifically for you, by the way, but let us discuss this first, see if this means anything to you. A ghost, an apparition, typically the past. The subconscious has not reconciled something from our past. Okay? We don't want to face this thing. We dare not even look at it. Alright? The reason you fail to close the door every time, or the window, or whatever that might be, because you still have not actually addressed this thing. If you are familiar with lucid dreaming, that is the state between awake and asleep. This usually happens right as you're waking up or right before you actually fall asleep. I would recommend try to have the thought of, instead of possibly having the fear around this dream coming back, why don't you shake its hand? See what the hell it's trying to say. You fail to close that door because we are not ready to close that door as well. It is a protection mechanism. 'Tis why, more often than not, you will never, most people, you will never die in a dream. You will wake up before the actual death part happens. Your brain cannot handle this. Most people do not go through that death experience in a dream. They wake up, right? Even if they are actively, something is being done to them, right? The body refuses this, right? The brain, even though not active consciously, right? You choosing the thoughts and decisions, the brain will not allow this. That's a no-no, right? Which is why people wake up screaming from dreams, terrified, absolutely, truly mortified. Mortification, in case you don't know, means you have been scared so thoroughly you can't even move. You can't take any action. You don't even have a thought. Utter fear. So I say to you, instead of trying to jump into the lake or the pond, I want you to take note. Water and dreams, these are your emotions. This is your intuition. This is that subconscious, the thing you're diving into to protect you, is the thing you're supposed to be actually swimming in, not jumping into for protection. You were meant to float. Hello, Shivangri? I hope I'm saying your name. Hello, Sir Josepher. Welcome back. How are you, my dear? I am just fine. Hanging out on a Friday night, chilling, doing some reads, you know? I think the music, oh, beautiful. Look at you, little cute guy. Coming to lurk and learn, please. Feel free. Feel free. I'm doing all right, truly. It was a couple stressful days, to be completely honest, but we pushed through. I know no other way. Last night, where I am, was a lunar halo, which is extremely... it's a lot of energy. I'm a Gemini Cancer, so, you know, the moon, for me, is, well, it affects me in ways I cannot explain. 'Tis why I stare at it often. Shivangri, we were talking with Perthema. Perthema, I do have a spread that is specifically for this. Okay. What did I do with it though? This I call a dream catcher spread. This takes a while to do. I am happy to share this spread. Do you do readings on yourself at all? I would do this for you. It's just rather large, and I want to make sure to keep our reads to like a 3, 4, or 5 card minimum. This is already out of that. I'm stretching my number of 3 just to try and help you out here. But if you have not looked into any dream interpretation stuff, I would highly recommend it. A lot of the stuff you're talking about, each one of them has a specific meaning. I would look into this truly. The lovely bit about this news, I'm sorry you're having this dream for so long, but the lovely bit, I know it seems so objective to what you're going through, just reduces it to nothing, but truly hear me out here. The lovely thing about this is your brain, your emotions, your soul, your very heart. You control all of these things. You do. At the end of the day, you can start to take actions that reestablish this control. Okay? As I am not a licensed therapist, I cannot walk you through what those might be for you. I hope you will understand, but I would please beg you. You got me pulling on my tie over here. I can feel the noose around your own neck and it is pulling on me. I beg you to look in to some dream interpretation stuff, please. It may have some answers for you that I do not at this time. I would be happy to do this for you, but being this is rather personal, I would ask either A, you take a screenshot of this now and pull this for yourself, or B, send me a message in our Discord. That is not to invite you to some weird creepy space. I don't sell anything there. Okay? This is just a place where you can, number one, message me privately. You can talk to other people about these things if you want to. If you want this done later on when I'm not streaming, I would be happy to. And that's not, I won't be asking you for money while we're doing it. Just, again, to protect your own self, I would not do this on the stream. I will not do this on the stream with you. In fact, let's just make it very simple. Okay. So either pull this one yourself or send me a message in that Discord. I will pull it for you. We can talk. Okay? Not while I'm streaming though, please. Alright? But before we do any of that, look up, please. A dream interpretation referenced something. Start there. I mean this in the most respectful way. You don't need me at all. Not one bit. Everything you're dealing with is within. And that's truly excellent fucking news. Because that means you control all of it. Even when it bites you, well, you fight back. We do this by arming ourselves with knowledge first. Every bit we can. So start there, please. Okay? Chivangri, you just wanted to know what's coming towards you. So, you leave me with a basic question, you know. I can pull you a single card that will answer that question, but I would suggest we do two. Let's do the energy around you now and the energy inviting you forward. Okay? Rather than just the one of what invites us forward. Because this may be letting you know the thing we're doing now may not lead to the outcome you want. Okay? Listen to this like Kraftwerk ass song. If you know what that band is anyway. Alright. 2 cards. The energy surrounding you now. The energy inviting you forward. So, the Knight of Pentacles reversed. It's gonna look all crazy on here. The see-through spots are green, obviously. Okay. As well as the High Priestess reversed. This is why I warn of these. So,